What is your purpose in life? I know this is a big question. So big, in fact, that it's usually met with some chuckles and question marks. I know we're coming in strong right out of the gate, but this is critical. When it comes to motivation and goal achievement, you simply won't succeed in putting in the consistent work towards your goals if you don't understand why you're doing it. Now, you may have put some thought into this already, but most people haven't. Most people haven't taken the time to think about it because it's just such a big question. The biggest mistake people make is that they're scared to get it wrong, so they just don't think about it. That's where people get stuck and don't move forward with any game plan. Now, you'll come up with your purpose in a minute, but I'll give you some more guidance first. I want you to think of your purpose as your North Star. I'll give you mine. So, my purpose in life is to experience love and to help others. Let me tell you a story. So, a few years ago, my son was around 2. He's 9 now, so it was bath time. And I remember that I was sitting next to the bathtub with my phone, checking emails while my son took a bath. And I realized in that moment that I was living life just checking things off a list, not truly enjoying my time. And remember, my purpose is to experience love and help people. So taking the time to be fully engaged in what I was doing with my family was not only allowed, but it should be prioritized instead of feeling guilty about not being on email or not thinking about work. When I remind myself of my purpose, my actions start to fall into line with what's truly important to me. When I feel myself starting to experience stress or anxiety in my life, it's usually because I veered from my purpose somehow. And when I'm on the phone with clients or doing something like putting this course together for you, when I keep my focus on helping people versus on my own self-doubt or results, the results are undoubtedly better and it keeps the pressure off. When I keep my focus in my career on helping others or making an impact, everything else seems to fall into place. And when I keep my focus in my personal life on allowing myself to experience the love of my family and loved ones, it doesn't seem to matter so much whether my son makes the soccer team or whether we've signed our kids up for enough stuff. Purpose keeps our actions and our thoughts in line when distractions and comparisons and self-doubt want to pull us off course. So a couple guidelines for developing your purpose. First, it's best to state your purpose as simply as possible and be sure to have an aspect of your purpose that's centered around yourself. I know it's noble to try to have a purpose that's totally centered around others, but that's just not sustainable. So for me, the aspect of my purpose that's centered around myself is to experience love. Again, mine's to experience love and help others. Your purpose doesn't have to be anything like mine, or it can be very similar to mine. You can steal it word for word if you like it. Here are a few other examples of purpose statements. To help others live their best lives and to create new experiences. To provide great experiences for myself and others. Or to give others the tools to achieve their goals and to fulfill my potential. So just some examples, but we just want to get a starting point. You can adjust it along the way. So I want you to take 60 seconds now to write down your purpose. Now I'm going to stay right here with you. Just pause the video in a second. You can either write it on paper, type it into your phone, but we're going to do it right here together. Now I'm purposely not giving you more than 60 seconds because I don't want you to overthink it. So take 60 seconds now, pause the video to write down your purpose as simply as possible. Really do it. I know you're going to want to put it off until later, but let's do the work here and now. All right, great work. I know that might have felt fairly uncomfortable to think about those questions, but you've just made significant progress towards your framework. Now, the next thing I want you to do is post your purpose in the chat. Now, I know that can feel a little awkward, putting something like that out there into the world, into this community, but I want you to get over it. We're all on this journey together, and putting it out there into our community will help. It will help you, and it will help others going through this process and struggling in the same ways that you are. There's no wrong answers here. And be sure to leave any questions that you have in the chat as well. Now, once you write down your purpose and post it in the chat, I just want you to revisit it a bit over the next couple days. Set a reminder in your phone to go off every morning with your purpose as the heading, or write it down and leave it on the dashboard of your car. Just start getting in the habit of considering your purpose as you move throughout your day. Now we'll keep building on this, and in the next video, we'll focus on the second key to your why by getting to work establishing your priorities. But great work.